Hey Rifters, this is Kiwi and I'm with Lolly and also Peebers. We're over in Faeblight looking at Blood Stormtroopers Guild Dimension, and it's all based on the Carnival, and I'm really excited to see this. It's extraordinary, and come along and meet the others with me. Hey Peebers.
Hi, how are you?
Really good. Hey Lolly. Look at us on our level 1 characters. I got that afro going on. It looks awesome. Because you cannot at this present time privately invite people across Shard. Hopefully they'll change this so we can get more involved in guild dimensions, because there's extraordinary ones out there like this one. So show us around, peepers. I'm really, really excited.
Um, the the idea for the dimension came when I was visiting a, another curriculum on Bristol. It's by Guild um, GPC, and the dimension's called La Citadel Renegadienne, and it had a Ferris wheel. It was the only carnival ride they had, but it was enough to give me the inspiration for the entire dimension. When I saw that Ferris wheel, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this one. So we installed the Ferris wheel, and then we thought, let's do rides, let's do games, make it a whole carnival. So we started with the teacup ride. I have to say it's a little vicious.
A little vicious?
Well, it's got Venus flytraps for the teacups, so
Nice, and you've got the one of the balloons going on there already. That's nice.
yeah, I've got two. I've got the Lethus one and the Achilles ones on the other side. And then we did the swing ride, which is over here.
And an addiction to orbs, I see. Awesome.
Yeah, you have to make it bright and shiny if it's going to be a carnival, and they're everywhere. And then we started with some just general carnival games, knock bottles down, and a dunk tank with one of the bosses.
Someone's done a lot of balloon jumping or something. I see the lanterns here up already.
Yeah, we did a ton of balloon jumping for the floats, and then we went out and killed, oh, I can't even think how many balloons to get the beads we needed for some of this stuff. And then over here we have a ball pit and skee ball.
Where's here? Where's here? I'm looking for you, looking for you. Oh, there you are. Nice. That is a lot of fun. I like how you did that. So you used the balloons from the coin. Did
Yeah, yeah, and it gave it a little bit of movement, so I thought that it was a lot of fun.
bounce, bounce.
They're not popping. No tickets.
Ew. I like the list of this already.
Yeah, that was this one actually took me a while to figure out how to make it work, but yeah, when I did, I was really happy with it.
If you can't see like the amount of the items that have been used here, a lot of people that do a lot of dimension stuff can, but I can already see the nets that have been used, the different cauldrons, and probably about 10 different items just to pull this together, which is extraordinary. You've lined up really well too. Do you use Dimension Toolbox?
I don't. When we in the back room, you'll see we've got walls and floors and ceilings. We did use it for that, and we'll use it occasionally if we want to move like a whole set of items or something. But I'm not very good at using it, so. The one thing my GM requested when we made this was a waterfall, so I gave him a waterfall, a little pond.
Nice.
We're lucky to have someone on this server who has one of um, the source stones that you go and you can do the daily quest and get the guardian source stones. And they've left it open in their dimension for everyone, so you can go every day and get one, and even on your alts, which is really nice.
Wow, that is a great idea, and that's great community spirit too. that you've done that. So these blue lights that are coming down, creating the waterfall, are the guardian source stones.
They are, and it's what makes the luminescence over here on the fountains as well.
Nice, because straight away I assumed they were crystal mass. I'm not gonna lie, but you get the crystal mass upside down for the bottom of it. Very
Mhm.
nice. Great. Congrats on having someone that friendly on your server too.
Yeah, they're really nice, super nice people on the server. And then when I saw the items that were being released for the carnival and saw the horses, I thought immediately I'm gonna have to build a carousel.
And I like the way you've
Unfortunately,
got
the
the ice figures on them too. That's awesome.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the horses don't get any bigger than that, so I couldn't make it a big huge ride.
You've sized it well
I'm
though.
not.
From the obelisk to the horses to the figurines and the orbs, they're all sized really well for each other. Awesome.
Thank you. Over here we have concessions and just a few little souvenirs.
What was the thing you liked building most here?
Oh gosh, probably the carousel. I was crazy about horses when I was little, and I always used to make my mom take me on every carousel she could find. So
This is not budget friendly, so I'm just gonna jump on
no,
top of the ground.
it's not. Oh, you have to in order to fill the space in a dimension this large, you really have to size things so that they have some presence.
Oh look, this horse is my
And
size.
like a little pony. And then we obviously wanted to give like living quarters and whatnot, and just a fun space for the guildies. The guys wanted some kind of fight pit, so
As guys do.
I know. But the first thing we did in here was the bar. We wanted to keep sort of a general feel about it, and I thought that I could reuse the seating from the Ferris wheel in order to make a really cool bar.
I like what you did with the status that most people use for fish tanks.
Hmm.
What are your bars? Upside down? Your bar stools?
Oh, they're torches.
Very nice. And what was the thing you liked least about building this dimension?
Enclosing this space was terrible. It took forever because we didn't start by using the toolbox. So we did the floor without the toolbox, and it wasn't until we got to the walls and stuff that we started really fooling with it. And then over on this side is the kitchen and dining area.
That's a big table. I'm gonna be jumping on everything.
Big
I'm trying not
guild.
to walk in your food in case people eat it and stuff, but to get a good view.
One of the biggest challenges with this space was, being able to break it up in order to make it, without having to use walls. Just, with the item limit, I wanted to be able to do something really special, and so we put gardens in the middle, which I really enjoyed doing.
Nice kitchen.
Thank you.
Nice use of tables, potion cabinets. There's a lot of kitchens out there, and I know every single one that I've seen so far has been different, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of ways that you can use the same types of items and still make something special.
You could cook a midget in that cauldron.
I could cook you in that cauldron.
Too spicy.
Alright, so we did separate, the back half of the room with the little gardens, and I gave them their fighting pit.
I thought that was the doghouse.
Oh, burn. The manpower house. Right?
It did originally have NPCs in it for a cage fight, but they don't want to stay in it. They want to be under the floor. In fact, I have one right here that's sort of under the
Just go,
floor.
Lolly. Come at me, bro. Right here. Too funny. This is great. This is, so they come in here and Jewel, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, this entire area was done by my partner who does a lot of the heavy construction. I don't have the patience for walls as a general rule and things like this. So he's really good with
There's no
that.
curves in walls. Come on now. Why are they
I don't know.
interesting?
And I thought that my GM was so kind to do this for me that I should build him a throne.
This is his throne. Wow.
This is his throne. He's got a bit of growing to, catch up to the size, but
Spoilt. It is great that you've got such a great guild behind you, supporting you to build something like this. Lolly as well.
it is.
Had fun,
They
of
were
course.
amazing.
And it's great that you get to explore because of the capacity is a lot more different, right? What's the capacity of this dimension?
2,000 items. So when we were thinking about what we could put in as a game to play for for our guildies, we thought about obviously a pool table, but I wanted to do something a little different. And I was thinking about things that I hadn't seen in a dimension, and I thought that I could probably pull off a foosball table. So that's what we've got right here.
Nice. Wow, that's awesome. And I skipped straight by it and went straight to the TV. How typical of me. I always do that. That is awesome. I love the use of this, and it looks like you can really play it. And I could fit on top of there and be fused. Great. That TV, I'm sorry, it pulled me straight to it, so I skipped straight past your fuse bolt.
Yeah, I noticed some people using piles of snow for windows and things, and so we decided to put a TV and a sound system in for
So that's
everybody.
what that is. That's piles of snow with orbs in the background.
It's actually an oval mound of snow. It's one item, and you do have to enclose it. So if you see the way that we've done that, and it does bleed through on the back, but a lot of things do since they weren't meant to be viewed from the back. You can make an aquarium ornament.
Yeah, so I'm standing here like a garden gnome, but different. I do like the way that you've done that fish bowl too. Fish tank, not bowl. Or
And then just small living quarters. I figured they'd be having so much fun outside, they'd need a nap at some point.
need 7, like 7 dwarves. I'm sorry, I'm on a midget fix there. I don't know where that's coming from. Do you have any tips for anybody that's building something to this capacity? Because this is huge, right? You've got tons of wall space. It's
It
closed
is.
in a massive way. There's a site out there, Rift Decorators, that shows you this dimension empty. So if you get a chance to have a look at that and then come in and see, this is a lot of work.
My biggest thing when doing something this size was really having a concrete idea about how I wanted to proceed before I started. The mistake I've seen a lot of people make is, they'll build their structure or get halfway done with an idea and use up most of their item count. We were really careful to have half of the number of items that we needed when coming to the back area after already placing the floor. The floor was around 150 items, I believe. So we wanted, after we finished the front room, we wanted to have enough items to make this work. So you really need to, maybe even just sketch out what what your vision is for the dimension. I think the biggest mistake I made in my first dimension was just not having a good idea about what I wanted to do, and then I ended up having to tear everything down because I didn't know, I didn't have a good grasp on how many items were used to make, certain things. So
I really love your light shades you've got going on, but actually the thing I'm loving most perhaps, other than the TV, is this the way you've done the floor tiling using the wedding aisle, wedding carpet, and then placing the tiles. That looks
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you. That was fun for me. I was trying to think of a way that I could have, a great lead up to the throne that would also, section off the room by 50%. And when I saw the wedding carpet, it was just perfect.
One thing missing: remote control.
What's that?
Where's it at?
Oh, I know. Oh, I may have to build one of those.
I was looking for it. It's the first thing I look for whenever I go home or into someone's house. Where's your remote control? Nice. This is like, what's the amount of items? I presently have my UI turned off, so I didn't even look.
I have 1989. So it was maxed out at 2000, but I was able to, when I was putting the carnival lights in, I was able to remove some of the extra items because it had taken two items to get to where I wanted to go versus one with the strings of carnival lights on the swing ride. So I mean, I'm sure later today I'll think of another thing that has to be added.
Yes,
So,
you do, because you keep tweaking, right?
oh,
And
always.
do you have any other projects on the
Looks
line or in the go?
I've bought my Alta Dimension, and I was going to start working on something for that. Still don't even really know what I'm doing. But I'd purchased a shoreward, and right afterwards, I found out that they had bumped the tower a bit, and so I'm waiting for them to get it back into permanent place before I start working on it. Plus, I just went back to work, which is kicking my rear end.
Right. And sorry, Lolly, what were we gonna ask there?
I love her use of colors. The way they all blend together very nicely. It's just amazing. I love the lighting. I love the tables. I see it looks like she's got a little bit of fairy tavern in here, which is really nice.
Actually, I didn't even see Fairy Tavern until 2 nights ago. So when I saw that, like, there was a bit of a squeal, and I was like, "This is amazing." We had my friend and I, we occasionally go and we'll look at some of the dimensions we haven't seen or that are newer, because we did a roundabout about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago when I first started working on dimensions. And I guess it was maybe more like 8 weeks ago. But so some of the dimensions that are up now either weren't there then, or we just didn't see them. But I think that Fairy Tavern's a really
That's
cool place.
something that would like that it's just come to mind is when people start building them, because there's some that have been around since the beginning of when these have come out. So it's nice to see some things that haven't been influenced and then some have come out afterwards. You know what I mean? So that's a great thing. I'll get
Oh,
a
absolutely.
start date of when people did them and then finish. But there is a lot of personal touches in here, and as people watch the video, they can stop and look and see. But you've done absolutely extraordinary, and Blood Stormtroopers are champions for letting you do this, letting people get creative. 2,000 count, yes please, try on.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, and if they had given me 500 more items, I could build five more rides outside. So there are things that I was a little bit limited by with the item count in order to pull the whole dimension together and make it really work. But I think that overall the item count for what I did worked for me.
Well, I've been super excited, and this is the first time that Lily and I are getting to hang out. We've got a couple more projects coming out. She's going to be working on something specific, so I look forward to sharing that with everybody. I look forward to seeing what tweaks you get up to and coming by and seeing it, and any other projects you might get up to, because your flair for color, light, and working with others as well, which is a huge thing in Dimension community. It's been great. I'm blown away by everything.
Thank you so much. It's been a real blast, and I can't wait until we hit level 25 and we're able to expand into that
That's what's
dimension.
happening with
So
my guild. We're waiting till we hit rank 25 before doing a dimension. I might hide at that time. We'll see what happens. Or I might be a little bit more expertised by then to do something extraordinary. Guys, this is Peeber's Guild Bloodstone Troopers. What's the name of this dimension? It's
Blood
Blood
Carnival.
Carnival over on Faeblight. If you ever get a chance, stop in here, come take a ride, have a look around. It is extraordinary. Carnival is on, and it's a perfect time to come in and see something like this, that you had it up and going by the time this event hit the servers live is extraordinary too. So I'm really thrilled to be able to put this up during this world event where a lot of us are balloon hopping and smashing things and trying to squeeze in more time to get some more tickets and glass shards. But do we have any other questions before we sign this off? I shouldn't jump while I'm doing these. It pauses the camera altogether. But thanks guys for joining us, and thank you Faeblight. You're doing awesome. I'm getting a lot of feedback from Faeblight. Love to see more servers out there. Give us a yell at Rift Dream Dimensions, and thank you Fabers for everything, and I hope your guildmate gets up soon.
Thank you.